The party finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key, only a locked door.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed as a fake?
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
Misinformation, half-truths, and fabrication.
Ah, shut up, Cape.
Shut up, Cape.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Bobarano. Let those be my last words.
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the dragon of old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal for the clockwork key, lie behind that door.
So, next step is open the door?
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is protected by a smart interrogation system. We have to answer its questions, and if we get them wrong, we will alert law enforcement.
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of Wisdom. No, I don't know the answers. But worry not. I had a quick word with the constabulary in advance. They'll ignore the alarm if we get the questions wrong, so answer without fear.
Question 1. Who is it?
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots.
And the trusty travel guide, Pixie! Travel guide. Trusty travel guide!
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
Oh, no, don't say that. Even though the writings you saw do prove...
You do realize we can hear everything you're saying, right?
If you say it out loud, you'll only set those three off arguing again. Thinking it is fine, but please promise me you won't say it.
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the dragon?
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct!
What? A barefaced lie. So low.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world, or the truth of this world?
Hear, hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? And that when the dreamer wakes up, they won't just find themselves inside a novel? There is no way to know, therefore both are equally real.
All correct. You may have the key pedestal.
Traveler Marquis, you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork key. Oh, and this is my family crest.
Do we really need this one?
What elaborate fiction?
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. I'm the one who murdered Tappy. Look! My clan's history is true as well! There's that same unforgeable signature again, right here!
What?
Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only odd one out?
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own personal intelligence, which I believe far surpasses that of my clan at large, and make a prediction. It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
Boberano? How can that be?
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't guess which cup the umeboshi was under. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai would lift a different cup to reveal the umeboshi. But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all of the cups had an umeboshi under them. Just goes to show, I still got a long way to go before I become a great yokai.
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests. And unlike the guessing game you mentioned, this one's not a trick.
Cool. Well, once you've plundered the last of Boberano's family wealth, we can go to my clan's place.
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
Take their claim. Seems fair.
Yeah.
The cohort of truth seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They arrived to the site of a giant guard towering over them.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be a little pig-headed, and he's incredibly strong. Your weapons won't even scratch him.
Wait, but wasn't Kappe's clan the one that's all about strength? So, what do you guys believe in then?
Oh, the guard is one of Kappe's people. Size is a coveted trait in the clan of strength, after all. Mine is the clan of empathy, and our key contribution is growth serum.
What's empathetic about that?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old didn't mean us any harm at all. Perhaps the dragon simply didn't notice us, since we are so very tiny. So, they drank the growth serum and grew even larger than the dragon. Then, they set the dragon down, calmly explained their perspective, and eventually taught it how to empathize. The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you lose your empathy. So, I advise we take a detour.
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard.
Everyone, I have returned. I come with the long-awaited Marquis and their followers to search for the lost origins of our clan.
Well, we weren't told anything about that this morning. Get out of here. Leave us alone.
You and Albizzi only wanted to strike up a conversation with the guard. But since greeting you wasn't one of the items included in today's schedule, the relationship quickly soured. If you're just looking for a way in, why not consider taking the path on your...
Why is my own clan treating me like a villain?
You've been away too long. We all have. Feels like we've been waiting forever.
We should be getting close.
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the box when you buy something because you're worried you won't be able to return it without the original packaging? We'll never find the Oracle Pillars in all this mess.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest. The Marquis may need to utilize their wisdom to solve the issue.
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you guys have a bit of everything, don't you? Except empathy.
Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard. Over here! I found it!
Can't you destroy the boxes a little more quietly?
I'll go keep watch.
This is the last one. A signature. So it's true. Empathy is one of the founding virtues of Constellation Metropole, too.
Just as we suspected, all three are the truth.
Okay. Well, this is a lot to process. I feel a little empty inside.
I get you. It's like in Inazuma, when there were only 6 books in the Mirage Warrior series, it was really popular. But by the time book number 88 came out, nobody wanted to read it. They'd all lost interest.
A brief moment of joy is drowned out by a growing feeling of melancholy. But perhaps there is a glimmer of hope to be found too? Anyone? Anyone? All right, I'll say it. How is it the case that these 3 versions of history can all be true at once?
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering, but Boborano kind of already explained it away earlier. So Paimon was worried she'd look stupid for asking the question.
It's not a stupid question at all, my dear little pixie. While I did postulate that different truths may coexist, there is an issue when it comes to these 3 truths in particular. The problem is, all 3 truths are the history of the exact same thing, namely the dragon and the Metropole's origins. Yet all 3 bear the signature, showing that they're genuine.
Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings out.
The bell! It rang once! What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone, to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps and place them outside the gates!
The whole city is on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path right in front of you.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is 1 ring the highest level of emergency?
Obviously because you have to respond fast when it's an emergency. It'd be a bit too late if they waited till the 99th ring.
Don't know if we'll still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran, just in case.
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are 3 conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true. What is that?
I don't know. I doubt anyone here in Simulanka could make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature has to be valid.
Well, she is the goddess of fate, the creator of all this. And all these manuscripts are her grand design.
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. But now we have the truth, so we just have to accept it. As surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us, so is this the course that history has taken.
We will never argue again. Thank you all.
Is that all there is to it? Is this where the decision made at the first crossroads of destiny has led us to? A point? Overthinking it would be equally pointless. Well, that's enough for one day. Time to take a break.
Could you be any more cryptic? You're planning something. Paimon knows it.
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey of discovery. I will go back and share it with my clan.
Me too.
And me.
Let's leave it there for today then. I'm sure we'll find out what else Mr. Narrator has planned for us tomorrow.
What a beautiful day, thought the traveller before he was overcome by a creeping sense of foreboding. The voice in his head grew louder. Must. go to Pendulum Lane.
Pendulum Lane is just up ahead. Something must have happened here after all. Everyone's...
Oh my god, this is terrible! I don't understand. The three great clans of Constellation Metropole have finally made peace with each other. Who could have done this?
What happened? Oh no, someone's lying on the ground. Cappe!
How did this happen?
Cappe, you idiot! Wake up! You need to revise your last words or everyone's gonna start suspecting me!
Last words? What did he say?
If I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Boberano.
Ugh, you could have at least pretended to not remember it.
I'm sorry, Boberano, but this is an interrogation. I have to give the detective straight answers.
Don't worry, Boberano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have the authority to charge anyone with a crime. So, are you the last people to have had contact with him? My sincere condolences. You were travel companions, right? Oh, it's a real tragedy. I'm afraid he'll be out cold for another hour and a half, at least.
Huh?
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second worst act of cruelty there is. The first being replacing their gear oil with extra strong glue.
So, Cappe's not dead?
His gears, metal frame and shell are all still in excellent condition. It's just his energy supply that's been all messed up. Wait. But surely you can't be suggesting that just because Cappe isn't broken, there's no need to go looking for the culprit.
No! There's a need! Huge need!
Unfortunately, this is rapidly turning into a cold case. There's no evidence and no witnesses. Unless there's an official clockwork pedestal, the goddess of prophecy around here somewhere. Excuse me. Then suddenly the long-lost dragon of old flew across the sky.
Where?
I didn't see anything. Wait, why can't I move?
Oh, my mistake. It was just a cloud. Or a bird. Or something. If only we could turn time backwards and replay the crime.
Isn't that one of those, clockwork socket things right behind you?
Ah, so it is. No wonder everyone here is suddenly
Crime seems too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Well, that clears it up. Cappe was walking along the street, and he suddenly collapsed. He was faking it.
What? So case closed? Aren't you supposed to investigate a little more first?
Well, we literally replayed the crime scene and saw it with our own eyes. There's no need for any evidence gathering or powers of deduction now. And besides, like how Constellation Metropole has 3 histories, each of which is the truth.
But didn't you say Cappe was struck in the back of the head and knocked unconscious?
For all I know, he could have bashed his head against a toilet bowl before leaving the house, then walked here in a daze before finally passing out. As for why he might have done that, my guess is... With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered and the tension in Constellation Metropole suddenly wiped away, he was looking to create a new source of conflict. Only then would the city feel alive again.
he's capable of that, though? Sounds like a pretty complicated conspiracy for the average Simulanka resident.
Traveler, something about the crime scene isn't sitting right with me. It just seems unnatural. Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't have appeared in the replay. Is it possible that something was missing from the scene? Why don't we search the area?
Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna head to Kappe's house to check the toilet bowl for signs of an impact.
You're not from these parts, are you?
Yep, that's right. What?
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great job in the Titanium mines. A safe and secure working environment.
Doesn't sound very safe. At least not as safe as being a courier.
To keep the titanium ore intact, we use specially designed pickaxes that can't cut through it. Even if you struck a person with it, it wouldn't so much as leave a scratch. And in terms of labor intensity, the work has been rated as Class 2 physical labor by a reputable organization. Even cats can do it.
I'm not... never mind. I give up.
Welcome to Paimon's world.
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe has gone missing. Maybe one of the giant guards broke it down, so someone took it to perform a rapid resuscitation procedure.
Sounds pretty brutal for a first aid technique. Still, a missing pickaxe. Huh. Is it just me, Traveler, or does it seem kinda suspicious?
Come here. Whatever it is you were looking to buy, please do come back tomorrow. A bottle of growth serum has gone missing. If someone's stolen it with the intention of harming others, the consequences could be disastrous. There's a whole investigation into it, so I gotta close the shop while I do an inventory count. If it turns out I'm wrong and I miscounted, I could be charged with filing a false report and disturbing the peace.
There's a strange potion bottle here. Looks so weird. Let's take it. A pickaxe? What is it doing all the way down here? There's gotta be a... There's a spear here. It looks so mysterious. Let's take it.
Hello there. Have you seen my spear by any chance? Someone was shouting about a dragon a minute ago, and I instinctively threw it into the sky. Yeah.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is? If so, there's no way his head would still be in such good shape. He'd have a big dent in the back.
And if the guard is to be believed, he had the spear in his possession right up until that guy shouted about the dragon.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the assault. Which one do you think it is?
If it was the pickaxe, Kappe sure is lucky it's not still lodged in his head.
Actually, you're wrong there, Paimon. The foreman at the mine was just saying, this kind of pickaxe is designed not to damage titanium, so it couldn't cause any superficial damage to residents here. But you could probably knock someone out if you hit them hard enough, and it wouldn't leave a scratch. Let's take this back to the crime scene and replay it one more time.
Ah, you're back. How was the toilet at Kappe's house?
Toilet? What about it? Oh, yeah, forget that.
What's this about?
We thought the way Kappe fell looked odd, so we searched the area for suspicious items and found this. It could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't show up when we replayed it. Now we've retrieved it, we were gonna replay it again. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, I just remembered I forgot to turn off the clockwork switch in my kitchen. Yeah, I think I'll just,
Oh, no, you stay right there.
We should be good now.
So, it was you!
I would congratulate you for cracking the case, but since I did such an abysmal job of covering my tracks, you didn't exactly have your work cut out for you. So, all I can say is... catch me if you can!
We have a runner! That's it! Let me at him!
The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromata in boots, who ran off in pursuit of the poor little minion. The minion's poor little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath. Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down. By this point, the Necromata in boots was gasping for air. The minion was huffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold-level courier of the Komania Express! Yep. Yep.
A characteristically catty response from the Necromata. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
I get to let off some steam!
Ha-ha! You fell into my trap! Oh, and by the way, remember the glue you got stuck on when you first entered the future Marquis' abode-to-be? That was also me. I did it using my powers.
Rats! Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your seats and keep running, but Wait, I'm wearing boots.
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long crawl, up the wall, the tall wall. He began his long climb up the tall wall.
Do you call that a tall wall? In urgent Neko parcel mode.
I'm beat. I surrender.
You've got nowhere left to run.
All right. I confess.
That was fast.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've done will make things better or not. Time to come clean. I am the narrator, the one who's been guiding you all this time. Okay, I guess my voice acting skills have some room for improvement. Anyway, I only did what I did because...
Why are you suddenly spilling the beans?
I poured my heart and soul into all this. I was worried you wouldn't ask. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation, and I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate. I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but I refuse to believe that fairy tales are just fictional stories and nothing more. The reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the goddess of fate wrote 3 drafts and couldn't decide which one she liked best. Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together, so the 3 worlds just sort of folded into one. The goddess of fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kids. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all 3.
Who'd have thought? But what does any of this have to do with what you did?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanga who would understand. Every day that I experience, every interaction I have with another person, is it really all just a work of fiction? The only reason the 3 great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the pointless task of electing the supreme clan. I thought that once they'd learned the truth, it might make them curious enough to investigate further. But as it turned out, they just accepted it and carried on living the same old lives. I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers now that they think they've learned the truth. I have to make them uncomfortable with the superficial explanation that they took at face value. And I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside world are still here, are we real?
Aww.
That's my full confession. Time for you to take me back. I'm guessing I'll probably be forced to make a public apology, then sentenced to half a day in solitary confinement. I definitely... Oh, also, pass this message on to Cape, Bobarano, and Albizzi, if you could. The Great Clockwork Key was originally put in place jointly by the ancestors of the 3 clans. If the 3 of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, they'd have been able to remove it by themselves. Over all these years, not once have they ever tried removing it together.
Oh, my poor child. There's one thing you've been mistaken about this whole time.
Ah! Whose voice is that? Detective? Was that you?
The reason fairy tales are suitable for children is that they help them to understand the world. Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lies an internal logic that is undoubtedly real-world truth in a condensed form. But let there be no doubt. The world within fairy tales is as real as can be, and by extension, you and your compatriots are also real.
Goddess! Is it really you?
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the two shall meet. This is why you have never heard my voice before. But now you wish to break free from the story, and there's a cat nearby, so you can hear my echo.
Necromora!
Just... your echo?
Oh, poor detective.
So, we are a part of the real world too.
head's spinning. Albizzi just gave me a quick rundown of the situation. So you caught the detective?
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered. Oh, and he asked us to pass on a message.
Does he really think we didn't try that? 'Cause we did, after 6 months in that place.
Ah, that was my bad. I thought it was a stupid idea at the time, so I didn't really exert myself.
I also sort of stopped trying after 3 years.
Never mind. I'm partly to blame as well. On the second attempt, I just hugged the key and pretended like I was pulling as hard as I could.
You guys are so lazy. My granny's neighbor's pet cat has nothing on you, and it spends all day, every day sunbathing.
Anyway, you said you heard the voice of the goddess of fate at the end? That's amazing.
There is a world beyond our own after all.
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime? Otherwise, I got bashed in the back of the head for nothing.
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But yes, I agree we should go. And not invite the detective, just to annoy him. But maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that, unlike him, we weren't there to witness the creation of this world. We've never had any reason to doubt that we're real. If someone ever convinced me that these delightful dimwits, Cape and Albizzi, weren't real, oh, I'd be devastated.
I got a letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has changed again. Take it easy.
Everyone hop in! Calm down!
Busted.
I see everything!
Into the shadows. Yeah. Gotcha. No.
Floaty booty!
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it. Take it easy.
Что за тусич, объясните. Это так нелепо выглядит. То есть мне где-то надо самому это делать, где-то надо ждать, пока он сам это сделает. Зачем? Движуха что такая. Давай, давай. О, май, вот это произошло. Еще так нелепо. У них тут такая вся тема с эстафетой, с состязаниями по прыжкам в длину. И вот эта вот музыка такая цирковая вообще здесь не подходит. Конечно, это они. Это приключение. В следующий раз дайте знать, да. Он сиганул просто. Я его оторвал. Да? Класс. Да ставь его. Ставь его в покое уже. хватает озвучки. Ваши сердца даже тихие первых капнут, они росы. Это нечестно, ты же победил. Но ты только что доказал, что ты лучший из нас. Блин, это сопляжуйство спортивное просто. Нет, я не победил, нет, я облажался, нет, на самом деле это ты чемпион. На самом деле победил ты, нет, я не хочу принимать титул чемпиона. Че за... В настоящих состязаниях такого никогда не бывает. Если ты вырвал победу, неважно, честным, нечестным, непонятным вообще методом, хоть раз кто-то отдавал там, не знаю, свою медаль или что-то такое, нифига. А то, представляешь, как люди, которые ставили на это деньги, такие, стой, ты победил. Нет, моя ставка сыграла. Это ужасно. Да-да-да, отправимся в путь. Я вообще не хотел делать этот квест, я пришел за листочком. Но они победили, они молодцы. Королевство ветров, да, Фарабер. Вот, и вот это вот все ради... Ну ладно, ради 40 гемесов молчу, в целом пойдет. Ради 40 гемесов. Да-да-да, justified, все нормально. Че, я не могу какой-то квест... Я надеюсь, этот квест Сумера, он хотя бы не временный, а то... Задание мира. Осталось 8... То есть мне надо сейчас делать квест Сайна, чтобы потом у меня открылся вот этот квест. И потому что у меня осталось всего неделя до его делания. Вау. The best просто. In the West. Northwest.
Quietly now.
Да, тончики, кстати, через Ниву реально, по-моему, неплохая. В следующий раз, наверное, попробую с ней сходить, чтобы делать. Because. Ну да, если будет слишком много ледяных врагов, то смысла в этом нет, потому что это единственная проблема. Да, они-то бьют сквозь щиты в основном. Вот именно с ледяными почему-то проблема. Потому что куча элемента гидра, и он еще и сам себя замораживает. Раз, о, это оно? Это оно. Это гулять здесь, это неплохо. А вот когда движовая сцена, когда ты катишься просто по кувшинке, у тебя столбы воды, и в итоге мелодия вообще как-то... Ты знаешь, что бы ее могло спасти? Ее бы, наверное, могли бы спасти какой-нибудь барабан. Такие, типа... Да. Парад. Тут типа как на параде. Давайте попробуем. Белка-летяга.
Рада, что...
В душе.
Я вот это вот не буду с этим ходить. Посмотрим.
Стоп, мне надо как-то ровнее, что ли, сделать? Подожди. Кого? Кто обманывает? Куда обманывает?
Мне кажется, мне такое, не знаю, не знаю, как
Ладно.
Что?
Да я не удивлюсь, если бы ты вытащила из себя пулю. Почему нет?
Что это такое?
Что-то все, походу, до свидания.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Все, короче, Пинк пошел домой. Ну, в смысле, что нормально все было. Что сейчас-то случилось? Либо кто-то из соседей включил микроволновку. Это настолько все плохо. Ты знаешь, это так забавно, типа, вот, исполняющий обязанности главного, типа, чувака в Академии Сумеру, секретарь, типа, великого магистра, очень-очень умный книжный чувак. Я его использую тупо для того, чтобы чуть-чуть куда-нибудь залезть и прыгнуть повыше. Чтобы он достал мне с крыши какую-нибудь пойду. Потрясающе. А почему бы и нет? Как тебе сказать, там его нет. Я пронос. За жизнь. Да. Не надо держаться. Че, все что ли? Я реально победил все книжки в Симуланке. Это мне сейчас надо еще минуту где-то побегать, понять, что кого куда как. Так, мозаика. Мозаику мы все победили. Эти готовы. Эти готовы. Эти готовы. Честно, просто, ну, блин, реально, я даже если... Я помню, мне не нравился ивент с вот этой фишель, не фишель, где мы бегали по... Нет, визуально очень круто ставить вот эти межизмеренческие, как детальки, изменять их размер, там, все круто. Меня бесили больше вот эти вороны. Особенно вот это задание, которое... Посмотрите, пожалуйста, наш театральный спектакль, где вороны отличаются только шарфами, при этом они каменные. Тут хотя бы вот эти человечки, они хотя бы двигаются, у них хотя бы цвета разные. Один вообще с усами. Вау. Все, нет отрывков радости, да, отметки. Кажется, все получается. Классно. Симулянка. Почему она у меня так светится? Зачем ты это делаешь? This is awesome. Акула. Акула. Пивонозавр. Что я хотел сделать вообще? Я забыл, я хотел вылезти из Симуланки и... вот этот квест пройти. Потому что я ж не смогу его сделать. Темная концептуальная тайна. Мне стрёмно, да? Ладно, погнали, замутим тогда этот квест за Сайна, за Сетоса. Хуже не будет. What's up, people? Мне так нравится, что, короче, созвездия Пайман, они просвечивают даже сквозь объекты по типу колонн. Вау. И самый лютый игрок топ-200 легенды Европы. И Турция же Европа, получается? Да.
As do you. You don't seem weary at all from your travels. If anything, you seem stronger. So, what brings you back here?
Oh, nothing in particular. Paimon just saw a really big mushroom out on the road the other day and suddenly missed all our friends in Sumeru.
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently too. It was at a group dinner. I look forward to hearing about
Я
your
не помню,
travels.
Сайн разве носит шляпу, когда в обычном режиме? Типа сейчас он на патруле.
Indeed. Or as I call. You really want me to say the rest?
I'm no speechless, because I'm an
It's always
iron
nice
boy.
to meet Stu again.
Совпадение. Совпадение, да.
You like that one, huh? You must, if you remember it.
Чё, я все еще угораю с этой шутки про то, что у кодера-программиста есть только путь файла. Самурая-программиста, да. 500 мора.
You're exaggerating.
500 мора недостаточно, столько вкуснейших. Сколько? Сколько? Бутерброд стоит 1250. Балаболы.
My mind is focused on work, which is why I didn't complete the joke at
Он
first.
получается стендап-комедиан. Are you funny? I hope so.
Nothing major.
Approved.
But after finding out who was involved, I decided on reflection to handle this.
Я понял, что меня раздражает в этих диалогах.
Such enthusiasm.
Ну, не только наличие. Излишняя театральность. Представляешь, если бы мы всегда разговаривали вот такими тонами, да. Ну, Фишель это вообще, это просто готическое эпогея именно.
You are the heroes of Sumeru. All right, follow me.
Просто для меня, понимаешь, эпо это моя головная боль в Warframe, которых я всегда должен фармить. Да, эпо те еще геи на самом деле. Все время их не хватает. Расшифровывается как элемент питания Ороки. То есть получается, вот у нас нормально поговорили с Сайна, и вдруг что-то резко бюджет на озвучку закончился. Ладно. Что там? Да не вытаскивай, оставь. Куда мы идем вообще? Куда мы идем? Зачем мы идем?
Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamod sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Спазмолгон. Вот это Даршан, вот это неплохо. Сразу видно, что, слушай, азиаты делали игру, потому что, видишь, старик, а у него только усы. И же плохо растет борода. В смысле, что у них в целом довольно вяленькая растительность. Все ж вот как, условно, там, все вот эти каноничные фильмы про кунг-фу, у них же там вот эта длинная, жидкая бороденка.
A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all about what you've done for Sumeru.
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
О, мы настолько известны. А ничего, что мы в целом за ручку ходим с любым из архонтов, вообще любого из этих, вообще, любой из этих стран. Мы настолько известны, да блин. Я не знаю, в какой деревне надо жить, чтобы не знать путешественника с Файма. Письмо с угрозами.
Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
Можно было отправить старику с угрозами. Легчайше вообще.
Uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, leave 10 million mora at the
Подожди, так это не угроза, это вымогательство.
Secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets.
Если посмеешь показать письмо матом, будет только хуже. Так, а ничего, что наш Сайн генерал Махаматра Верховный? Махаматра это Хайтам. Ничего нет, кроме помидоров.
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is
all
we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon?
Paimon's ready too!
All right, take a look. Do you see anything
В
suspicious?
целом, ну как, если бы... То есть, если бы я пошел делать это расследование, во-первых, я бы заподозрил Дори, потому что у нее страсть к таким большим цифрам. Во-вторых, я пошел бы к ней, такой типа, так и так, Дори, нам, короче, нужно поймать преступника, одолжи 10 миллионов мор и будем его ловить на живца. А мы с тобой спрячемся. Во-первых, ты почуешь, если вдруг они куда-то денутся. Почуешь, ну тут уже 10 миллионов мор, и я думаю, она их будет чуть за километр, как собака, просто ищейка будет чувствовать там какого-нибудь ребенка в поисках.
Very good. The paper has a rather rough
Бумага.
texture. It's not the typical kind you see in most books.
Another thing is, some of these strokes look kind of blurry. Could there be an issue with
Blurry.
the ink?
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to do with it.
Она
Most of the
промокла.
paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. It's
Фига
not
себе,
very
они
round,
реально
it's,
по бумаге
very
могут
coarse
определить,
grained,
где
almost as if
травяные
it's
примеси.
made from some sort of plant matter.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to paper.
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not?
Получается, мы выяснили, что он не из Академии, скорее всего.
This part got wet at some point.
Agreed.
И
The
вода,
staining
цветная
suggests
жидкость.
it was a colored liquid, not plain water.
Апельсиновый сок.
It also looks like it was wiped off with a damp cloth.
A colored liquid. So, tea? Wine?
As a man does
Looks like
wine.
we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Arof. There are some things I'll need him to take care of.
Araraf. Matra Araraf. В целом, да, так и есть. Мatra Araraf.
Arav. Ah, there he is.
Mahamatra Sino. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while.
Блин, если позвали не Сайна, а Трайна, было бы Махаматра Трайна.
As such, I'm
Забавно.
inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia.
То есть ему еще
Somebody
пришлось
young
сделать
and
особую
strapped for
бумагу
cash.
с особыми чернилами. Он еще
One
в своей
last thing.
тупости что-то пролил.
I'd start your
Потому что кафешка.
investigation by taking a look at the cafes in the city.
Вот именно.
Of course! You think the culprit spilled their coffee on the
Кстати,
ladder,
может
huh?
быть, да.
They do look like coffee stains to me.
Coffee.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics
То есть это,
added
грубо
during the
говоря,
manufacturing
салфетка.
process. The kind often provided as writing material for customers in cafes and taverns.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now. Zaha Hadid bought some a while back.
Упаковочная
She
бумага.
said she was going to use it as wrapping paper for a vase.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing.
Let's see.
Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into plain clothes. Don't let
Я,
them
кстати,
see you
честно,
coming.
не понимаю, чем
Will do.
отличается Матра от любого другого участника Академии, потому что у них форма абсолютно идентичная. Она отличается только у Сайна. У него прям реально вот, ну, как будто он страж
Where do we
какой-то.
think the culprit's at right now? Yeah, they've probably been lying low at...
You're right, Paimon.
Really? Which part?
The culprit's approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra doesn't mean they know what he'll do next. And crucially, the culprit said they'd be watching
Наблюдает
the
за каждым
professor's
шагом профессора.
every move.
Это как? А почему? Что не так? Oh no! We are lost. Подождите. Поехали. Странно, что-то бахнуло, не бахнуло, непонятно. Ага. Ой, блин, это сейчас мне опять заново прослушивать этот диалог. Можно тогда протыкать? Вот это вот меня раздражает, когда ты вдруг случайно упал куда-то. Да.
As such. Oh. They do look
Да,
awesome.
кофе. Пятна, кофе.
One last thing.
Вот это ненавижу, когда тебя выкидывает в процессе диалога. Даже если ты на последней строчке диалога, тебе все равно его придется смотреть сначала. О, вот они. Вот они следят за нами. I found you. Дядька с веслом.
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter.
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the house of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden. For someone
Вот мне вот этим, кстати, Сайн нравится. Он вроде, знаешь, такой типа дурачок угорает, но за этими шутками он очень хваткий, очень жесткий.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when Mahamatra Sino shows up, right? So I got a little curious. What's the big deal?
You smiled when Arav left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a crime now?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. All to create the impression that the letter was written at a cafe. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long as the Matra were focused on the cafes, you would be free from scrutiny.
Нет, звучит так круто, но а где доказательства?
The cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the professor's movements.
You can't pin this on me! I haven't done anything!
Really? Then why are you shaking like a leaf? The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. But you... your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching. You're a terrible liar.
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price. Now come with me.
Я так рад, что здесь не было вот этой дебильной анимации, когда они просто идут друг за другом.
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up with Sino. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm afraid he's ruined his whole future.
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so fast!
The culprit's name is Raka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoi's Darshan.
Блин, Артавахист, это чей Даршан вообще?
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30-something!
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, seriously!
Foolish child. He's too young for the criminal life. What the devil drove him down this path?
We question the culprit regarding his motives.
Oh, just spit it out. Nothing can surprise me at this
Тоже нравится вот это вот фраза spit it out, типа
It's
как
our
выплевывай.
understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of mora. Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can...
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring, and kept it for himself instead of reporting it to the academia. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. And...
Oh, Araka. I'm at a loss for words. I'm so angry I don't know where to start.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that Professor Cyrus has never embezzled a mora in his life.
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Araka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but I'm afraid that course of action goes against the Matra's principles.
Professor, there's no need to be childish about this.
Oh, come on. I was clearly joking.
Okay.
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individuals spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman on the street, there could be a slander case here. The Matra will continue to invest.
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new rumor. You seem confused. Oh, don't you understand? Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any mora to him. The whole thing sounds a lot worse than it is. All it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the academia will issue a fair and reasonable punishment.
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parents. Their family lives in the city, yes?
Correct.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants and they're often away on business. They've never taken much of an active role in their children's lives.
Oh, what a mess. You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when I talk to the family tonight. We have to show them how serious this situation is.
Меня так удивляет то, что слово concrete в английском может означать как что-то конкретное, так и бетон.
Just make sure to return it within a couple of days.
Oh, so you'll be able to close the case in 2 days.
Give or take.
Самое время зайти ко
Cases
мне
like
в мир,
this
да.
are quick to resolve.
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps we can all go for a meal together. Oh, my treat, of course.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment. Enjoy the meal, everyone.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Sino, you have to come. You found the culprit at record speed, and I owe you for that. Ah, and isn't Tainari in town at the moment? Bring him along, too.
Wait, you mean Tainari's in the city?
He is. Tainari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the academia to help out on a project. They should be at Nephis's office at this hour. Though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tainari. Did you do something to offend Sir Nephis?
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. It's never the other way around. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tainari. I'll head over to the tavern with the traveler and Paimon. Go on now. Don't keep us waiting.
Let's get out of here.
Take it easy.
Могу выйти отсюда тут? Не могу. Frozen. А, вот что Кира на днях-то проходила, я понял. Понятно, почему я это не видел. Мы пришли повеселиться, Калеевцу, Меру. Это вот этот квест как раз, что... One book. Вы читали очень плохо написанный детективный роман? Конечно же, есть целые циклы таких. И имя, и фамилия начинаются на букву «Д». Или в которых утверждается, что сюжет на логике, а потом суперспособность. Я не люблю детективные истории, где нам сначала дают подсказки, типа, чтобы мы пришли к одному логическому заключению, а потом оказывается, что это было намеренно неправильно, и на самом деле я совершил вообще какой-то левый чувак, которого даже в сюжете не было. Вот именно. Ну, я же говорю, вот это как раз-таки желтуха. Я же говорю, больше всего меня это выбесило в ивенте с этими, как его, с Фуриной, Шеврёс, кто там еще был третий? Аякой, ну где, короче, кинофестиваль был. Вот. Да, выяснилось, что, оказывается, все это время убийца была, короче, девка из операторской бригады, которую мы вообще не видели, с ней даже, по-моему, говорить нельзя было. Или, может, и можно было, но кому захочется просто общаться с ней, чтобы, типа, вот, аж она подозрительная. Кодовые имена, тайные послания, да. Разум не знает времени суток, но за вьюгой всегда следует страх. Или о моем перерождении в писателя детективных романов. То есть мне сейчас закинули с одного квеста на другой, потому что раз в этой локе был Сайн, а то я не мог попасть с Фарузан. Допустим. Побегушки. Много книг. Искусство создания кофейных машин. Лайла. Здравствуйте, Лайла. Знала бы ты, сколько мы сегодня ходили для того, чтобы хотя бы чуть-чуть тебя возвысить. Ты должна быть мне благодарна. Я вот возьму и буду сидеть здесь, просто потому что так надо. Ну ладно, фиг с ним. Ты немного устала, мы немного устали, пока собирали для тебя лотосы не лотпала.
Очень устал.
Да.
Любой. Тут нет ногтя.
Я понял.
Нету тут ногтя.
Я понимаю.
Это мясо.
Я понимаю. Я
Это
понимаю.
чисто мясо.
Я
Это...
понимаю. Я вижу это мясо. Всем им мясо.
Оно такое чувствительное сейчас.
Мне нужно дать ему несколько дней, пока он затрупеет.
Сняла себе ноготь. Точнее, вот он в кусочках.
Я его оставлю.
Нет, я его сейчас соберу и выкину. Там куча мелких кусочков.
Жуть.
Я его состригала вот такими штучками.
Жуть.
Да. А если бетадином залить? Больно будет.
Да.
Все зальем. Что? Обеззараживание?
You have some hysterical.
Нет, мне нравится экспириенс.
Найдите ковеха. А где ковеха-то?
Это сфотографировали?
Если хочешь, можно найти еще фотку, где мне ноготь сняли, и сопоставить это.
Почему-то болит в каких-то определенных
Take it
местах.
easy.
Видимо, откуда ногу прочитать, где он не оторвал. Потому что
Да,
я
где
даже...
ты его оторвала. Представляешь, у тебя там некоторые детальки прям оторваны. То есть часть у тебя отошла, а часть тебе пришлось отрывать.
Нет, там, где он не отошел, мне больно, и я не смогу. У меня осталось 2 места, да я не могу.
Аль-Хайтам. Вот да, вот такой тупой вопрос, типа, Аль-Хайтам, а что ты здесь делаешь? А ничего, что он живет здесь? Тоже. Он носит всегда 2 ключа с собой. До свидания. Ковех. Видели же уже прикол, что Мауика это на самом деле ковех с покрашенными волосами? Нет? Очень похоже просто. Сокровища, очередные сокровища. И Дэх я тоже тут. Видел, кстати, вчера ролик, где на модельку Дехи натянули модельку Мауики. Как я это понял? Она ультанула и начала кулаками размахивать. Моделька-то одна и та же в целом. Так, что-то делает. Мне пора, и она пошла пешочком. Вот ковех бегает нормально. Только плохо, что хорошо. Как мне скажут, извините, Тигнари занят выполнением этого задания. Нет? Тигнари, можно с вами говорить, пожалуйста? Ну, как обычно, тут Харви. Сложные на самом деле названия для произношения. Здорово, пес. Какой же Тигнарь идеальная каре, просто идеальнейшая вообще. Думаю, еще на секунду я готов поспорить, что догадаешься, кто был вторым. Конечно же, это Аль-Хей там. Как там было? Когда между персонажами Геншина есть отношения, то они, китайцы вуалируют это под фразой «хорошие друзья».
Угу.
С Genshin Лора они разбирали эту тему. Все, что такое было у Бэйдоу и Нингуан, что они типа хорошие подруги, что Казах тоже с кем-то очень хороший друг. И вот Хайтам и этот товарищ. Метров. Капец. Елань так быстро бегает, что пинг падает. Кэндис. Главное, что имя Кэндис созвучно с Кэндис, как конфетки. Угу. Так. Ахмаль. А у Дишрета какое было имя? Я вообще не понимаю, как это связано с этим.
Это Сайна?
Да нет, дело даже не в Сайна.
Чей квест делаешь?
Я делаю квест вот этой фигни, которая вроде как была завязана на концовке этого ивента с Симуланкой. просто не понимаю, где связь. Ой, ребята, у нас, если что, был регион Сумеру. Почему вы про него забыли? Почему вы забыли про Дехию и про Кандакию? Может, потому что персонажи получились настолько специфичными, невзрачными, невыразительными и жестко порезанными, что никто за них играть не хочет. Просто, ну, хз, я, например, не знаю ни одного человека, который бы такой: блин, да, хочу поиграть за Кандакию, как естественно, она очень удобная и полезная в отряде, потому что это не так. Куда идти-то? Куда идти-то? Не сюда идти, или сюда, туда. А, внутрь. Вот. Ну и плюс, честно сказать, я же говорю, после квеста Дехи я Катаюн. Катаюн. Это имя классное. Ну, честно, я немножко как-то разуверился в ее крутости. Про Дехи. Ну, когда нам все время говорят, что она такая офигеть крутая наемница, такая сильная женская персонажиня, но, а потом выясняется, что ее вот дядя, там вот эти все его кореша, типа, ну, специально помогали ей во всех ее заказах. На самом деле, ну, ее все достижения, это все липа.
Да.
То есть только на самом деле с Дунирзадой она нормально начала типа быть ее телохранительницей, потом они подружились, и в целом так себе она телохранительница. Здорово, Нахида. Алкасар Сарай. Ты видишь, это квест, который типа заставляет тебя побегать вообще по всем местам. Забежать в Ганхарву, в Алькасар-Сарай, если еще в Партизиай нам скажут идти. Ну, типа, ребят, у нас там был Сумеру такой, помните, когда-то. А то что-то вышел Фонтейн, и вы забили напрочь просто против все другие регионы. Вышел Фонтейн, имба, блин, могу сказать. Но по Десару мы, конечно, соберем. Если я не ошибаюсь, я уже назвала того хомячка по Десару. Прости, я не хотел тебя тревожить. Хотел зайти сюда. О, погодите. Я с Партизиаем перепутал, что в Алькасар-Сарае не открывается эта теплица. Я на день закрыта. Подожди, вот этот замок строил Кавер. Ну, архитектором, по крайней мере, его был. Здорово, пацаны. Сетас. Всегда находишь способ сбежать, когда речь заходит о священном призыве семерых. Я знаю человека, который всегда может заснуть, когда я начинаю говорить за Харстоун. Это все вокруг меня, да?
Да, знатные какие-то. Осиное гнездо
У Сайна капец зрение, что она сейчас там открыла книгу, он умудрился заметить, что дата возвращения книги сегодня. А Дори капец предприимчивая. Она продает возможность полистать книгу, которую она взяла в библиотеке. Вау. Огонь.
Где?
Память. Память. Так. Пять, откуда он? Ой, у Сайна реально хорошая память. Гаун. Ну, Тигнари всегда по привычке пишет одними и теми же чернилами много лет подряд. Никогда их не меняет. А, даже так, типа первое имя, обведенное кружком Кавихом, было имя настоящего убийцы. Но это бред. Кавих просто сказал, что это имя было написано с ошибкой, и он его обвел. Как удивительно, что это было имя настоящего убийцы. У тебя слишком много свободного времени. Ты победил. То есть этот квест это очередная городская легенда, понятно, которую создали сами чуваки. Вот именно в истории, стоящей за этой книгой, больше сюжетных поворотов, чем в самой книге. Книжка. Сасани, студент. Создателем этого шедевра является студент. Ну да. Сейчас же он разбогател, добился славы. Ну-ну. Ну-ну. Опять в дом Даэны. Как же хорошо, что здесь можно телепортироваться. Прикинь, это была бы какая-нибудь старая готика или что-то такое. Просто туда сходи, сюда сходи, туда сходи, сюда сходи, туда сходи, сюда сходи. Сходи-ка. Да. А если в этом доме Дайаны постоянно путаешь, по-дурацки остаюсь на этом дереве. То есть я уже считаю в городе Сумера. Это как? А, не, нормально, нормально. Причем в Академии своя тема. Как-то. Страдаешь.
Я пытаюсь куски ногтя достать. Подчистить.
Угу.
Потому что я боюсь, что потом новый ноготь типа нарастет. И не знаю, может они врастать будут. Их не остыть. Ну, понятно.
Фига, кайф. Просто. Как интересно это вышло. Фига. Что у меня в сумке юношеские слезы сожаления. Тот Хайтамс его вечно ироник.
Ну, бетадином. Ну, всё. Ну, это хорошо, он так слушает. Тем более...
Бедный Кавер. Бедность. То есть вот этот квест, он вообще, который не имел отношения к чему вообще. Сказочное путешествие. Да, это был он. К чему это? Типа связь в том, что все завязано на книге сказок и на другой книге? По диску мы все... О, нет. Опа. Он тебе умахаться, получается.
Be sanctified.
I swear by my sword.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
The tides beckon.
Nice and spicy.
Settle down. Oh. Be sanctified.
Boba, get them!
Barbados, guide us.
You're toast!
Let the mighty be humbled.
Shadow Raven, let night fall! Shower me with praise! Let my name echo! Did with me! I'll settle then!
Remember, health comes first. A bitter pill. The brat.
Helpful.
Time to shine! Strike a pose! Out of my way! Our bond is strong! The doctor will see you now.
Seems like an emergency. Scatter.
Let my name echo in song! Yoo-hoo! I'll settle this! Did with me!
Mind the side effects. Remember, health comes first.
Time to shine! Shower me with praise! Our bond is strong!
The process of elimination.
I'm being terrified! Did with me! Let my name echo in song!
Here, dear.
You are not
welcome here!
Things are about to get dicey. Bust it quietly now.
Enough! Where evil looks, shoot on sight.
Hey! Share my knowledge! Let's see! Don't be nervous! Just relax!
Game's up. Time's over. Ready. Hunt them down.
Everyone hold hands! The Temple of Wisdom!
Here, patience.
Hey! Sharing my knowledge. Calm down.
Time to testify.
Proper send-off!
Order guide you.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Feeling lucky? Ha! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Ah!
I will have order.
This one's got your name on it! Attack! Hey-ya! Nice and spicy! Ha! Watch out! Ah! Cha! This one's got your name on it!
Stabilize!
Everybody stand back! Huh? This one's got your name on it! Aha! Cha! Attack! That's the way! Watch out!
Order guide you. Solidify!
This one's got your name on it! Fire! Well, with rocks. Cha! You're toast! Booba! Yeah. Teamwork is dreamwork! Coming at ya!
Shine down!
I see everything! Make yourself at home! Commit it to memory! Yeah.
Gotcha!
Steady as stone, as a good knight should.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Everyone hold hands! The Temple of Wisdom! Leave it all to me.
Your journey
There is no escape. Busted.
Time to clean up.
Lord of Sand, your sacrifice is ready.
Hey! Make yourselves at home!
Gotcha. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
I see everything!
Torn to oblivion!
Let the world collide! I'll settle this! Our bond is strong!
Seems like an emergency. A bitter contest. Scatter.
Let my name echo in song! Out of my way!
Remember, health comes first.
The doctor will see you.
The process of elimination.
Let the world collide! Lightning purified! Deadly!
Mind the side effects. Seems like an emergency. Quicker. Diffract.